U.S. Justice Department announces charges against Indian government employee in connection with a foiled plot to assassinate U.S. citizen in New York City. Notably, the U.S. Justice Department announced the filing of murder for hire and money laundering charges against former Indian government employee Vikas Yadav, 39 years old, also known as Vikas. This in connection with his role in directing a foiled plot to assassinate a U.S. citizen in the New York City. Yadav is charged in a second superseding indictment unsealed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York. Yadav's alleged co-conspirator Nikhil Gupta, 53 years old, was previously charged and extradited to the United States on the charges contained in the first superseding indictment. Yadav remains at large. Bhavtosh is now joining us live for more on this. Bhavtosh, give us more details, because this is something very, very serious. We have already started seeing, reactions coming in from the opposition as well, demanding answers from the government on this.
Yes, Hina, in fact, it's a very serious charge that has been leveled by the Department of Justice of US. This indictment order was unsealed in a New York federal court on Thursday evening, and subsequently the indictment order was also uploaded by the Department of Justice. Now, what it says is very important. They have said that Vikas Yadav was part of R&AW. He is now, in fact, released from the Indian government services, and that he was a person who was in touch with Nikhil Gupta. Nikhil Gupta was arrested in Czech Republic and then subsequently has been extradited to New York to face a trial in this case. Now, it goes into detail as to how this operation took place starting from May 2023 till early this year when he was extradited to New York, and how in each step Vikas Yadav was in close contact with Nikhil Gupta. Now, everything is in the indictment order. Now, where USA has in fact in a way had given a clean chit to Indian intelligence agency is where they have said, as of now, they have not named any senior official of R&AW. Now, this is in stark contrast to what Canadian Prime Minister has said. He has named very senior officials of R&AW, including then Secretary R. Here you have, in US, they have only limited it to Vikas Yadav. They have also said that he is facing charges of money laundering because of the wire transfer that happened, which is around 1,50,000. He had in fact offered it to the person who was in fact an informer of FBI and DEA. It was on his tip-off that this entire operation was busted by FBI. Nikhil Gupta was later arrested in Prague and then subsequently extradited to New York. And importantly, Hina, is the fact that FBI has now issued a release in which they have said that Vikas Yadav is wanted on 2 counts. One is a plot to hire to assassinate a listed terrorist, that is Gurpatwant Singh Pannun, and second is on the charges of money laundering. Both the offences carry a sentence anywhere between 20 years to 35 years.
Right. Bhavtosh, requesting you to stay on with us. And as we were speaking about it earlier, there's politics that has also started in this particular case while the probe is currently underway. TMC MP Sagarika Ghosh has now questioned the centre. She says the Modi government must brief the parliament on the matter. TMC's Mahua Moitra also wades in, hurling Gujarat taunt at Home Minister Amit Shah. And that is a scathing attack coming in from 2 leaders of the Trinamool Congress. Let me go back to Bhavtosh, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Politics is also continuing on this particular issue. Bhavtosh, have we heard anything officially from the government yet? Are we likely to see government coming out and giving some kind of a statement? Because opposition is also saying that parliament and opposition must be informed about what is the real story.
Well, as of now, as of today, till one can say till afternoon, no statement from MEA. Before that, MEA had said that they are cooperating with US authorities. As far as Canada is concerned, they have said no credible evidence has been given by them. But this is an indictment order, in many ways what we call charge sheet in India. What the MEA had said earlier, the spokesperson of MEA had said, is that they inquiry committee or a team had gone to US to assist them, which consists of senior officials from our Federal Probe Agency and also from the office of NSA. Now, there are reports that that CC1 or Vikas Yadav has been arrested, but no official confirmation. He is wanted by FBI. Now, that is something which is now a public information. His identity has now been put out in open. It's a public information. And this is now something that is a very serious thing. FBI has said that he is wanted in offenses. Will his trial be held in absentia in India? Now, this has happened in past. There is an extradition treaty between India and US. So these are things that will be decided at the government level. So we have to wait and see what would be the next step of the government. Will government come out with an official statement? Opposition has already said that government should in fact give a statement in parliament. Will MEA be issuing a statement? So next few hours, in next few days, or one can say even when the winter session will take place, will be very important because answers are being demanded by opposition and also from other quarters.
Well, absolutely. Government's response is awaited in this particular case. In situations like these, Bhavtosh, you've been covering it for a very long time. I'm sure immediately, there is no direct response from the government because this is a very, very serious matter. It's something that's happening between one government and the other. And we've also heard earlier the US authorities indicating that, in fact, US authorities indicating that Indian side has been cooperating.
Yes, sir, that has been, in fact, the stand of India. They have said that when you bring evidence, they will cooperate. That's what India has done in case of US. There is a team of officials, senior officials from Federal Probe Agency, from the office of NSA. They are there in US, and the spokesperson of Department of State has also said that they are very happy with the with whatever cooperation that India has done. The fact is that India has assisted the US because evidence has been given by US. When it comes to Canada, there have been a lot of, one can say, a lot of bluster. There have been very serious allegations leveled by Canada, but there is no evidence that have been provided by Trudeau because even Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has leveled wild allegations. But when he was asked about evidence, he said that these are intel information that he had shared. But
Bhavtosh, I'm just interrupting you there. Please stay on with us. Let me also go across to my colleague Meghna, who is joining us live from the newsroom. Meghna, over to you. I believe you have the reactions of the leaders from various political parties.
Well, absolutely. The TMC has been the most vocal about it. You have Sagarika Ghosh, who has posted the FBI director Christopher Wray's statement saying that the FBI, and quoting the FBI, will not tolerate acts of violence against those residing in the US. Says the US as it charges a former RAW officer with murder. This is now getting extremely serious. Parliament and opposition must be kept fully informed. Mahua Moitra says now RAW official indicted in extrajudicial killing in the US. What is wrong with our country? Shah and company seem to think that the globe is Gujarat and Sohrabuddin style tactics are the way to go. Shocking. This despite the fact, Hina, because Indian government, the MEA, has explicitly made a statement saying that the person who has been named as CC1 is no longer an Indian government officer. After which the US State Department has said, we are satisfied with the cooperation which has been given to us by India, and they have been updating us, and we are satisfied and appreciate that India has been updating us on their probe as well. But clearly it may have satisfied the US, it's not satisfied the opposition leaders. Hina.
Well, absolutely. At the diplomatic level, of course, a lot is happening. US seems to be satisfied with India's response. But here in India, we are seeing politics over it. Thank you for the moment, Meghna, as well as Bhavtosh, for joining us with all of those details.